Hello, my name is Crystal and I'm a homeschooling mom. I have 4 kids and my oldest is 21, so I've been homeschooling for quite a while. Today I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys about what we do to teach our kids about money. So I'm going to show you something that we have used for the last 15 years or so. Here it is, I'll show you. So it's in a number 10 can and it's got these flaps on the top. And they have 4 sections that it's broken into. And yeah, so what we do is we teach our kids to give 10% to our church. 20% is their spending money, it's their pocket money. And then 30% is for their future, whether they go on a mission or whether they get married. It's just that next big life step that happens after you graduate high school. Not college though. They can go to college if they want, but that's not what that one is for. The next one is 40%, and that's savings. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And the 40%, the long-term saving one, that one would be something that would be, I would consider college to be in that section. So they have these 4 sections, and I was just talking with my oldest daughter today, and she was saying that she did not realize that you could save money until we made these little canisters. She was about 8 years old when we made them, and she's 21 now. And once we made them, she started saving like crazy. She wanted to figure out how to earn money. She actually created this little business when she was about 12 years old and baked bread for the neighbors, whole wheat homemade bread, and had a few buyers. Her and her little friend did it together for a while. And my son, he wanted to learn how to make money too, and so I wish they had paper outs like they did when we were little. Anyways, he decided he was going to rake people's leaves. And my 3rd and 4th daughter have made a combined business of making Christmas gifts for the neighbors to buy, to give to each other. Just those little ball jars of like a jarred cookies. So you have just the dry ingredients in there, and the wet can be added later. Anyways, they've done that for the last couple of years to make money. They've also gotten little jobs from neighbors to do things, grandmas and grandpas, like cleaning, weeding, whatever. Grandmas and grandpas are great when you're doing homeschooling stuff, for teaching and for having more than parents have, because they're at a different, time in their life. So one thing I also wanted to say on here was my husband and I did never give our kids allowances. We didn't believe that was something that we needed to do for them, to teach them what they needed to know in life. I have a friend who did fake money with her kids, and they would pick out a job and they would figure out what that person made within a year, and then they'd break it down into the 12-month increments, and then she would have them, the way she described it to me was, she would have them pay rent for the month, and to her, because they were living in her house, they would pay her for all the meals that they were eating. They would pay her for clothes. They would pay her for shampoo, conditioner, everything that she was buying for them. They ended up figuring out how much it would cost, and it was a good way to teach about money. I really like that idea. So anyways, yeah, when they're younger, I have more control over what they did. I would help them figure out the percentages. It was a good math lesson also when they start doing this. When they're about 16, we would go get them a checking account. As soon as they started earning money, we would get them a savings account, because you just need one parent and the child. So really, as a parent, you are the account holder. But you had to be 16 at our bank to be able to get a checking account, which then gets them a debit card. And that's when I give a little bit more control back to my kids for how their money is spent and how they save. But they all really, after doing this for, at least 8 years or more, they really like the idea of doing 10, 20, 30, 40. So, and actually the checking account has helped us with them as adults too. My oldest, she went and got her own checking account somewhere else, but we kept that checking account for her at our bank, and she kept the debit card, and she doesn't really ever have money in it, just enough to keep the account open. But her and her husband last year, they needed some money for an emergency, and we were able to just transfer electronically through the internet from our account into hers because our accounts are all linked. So that helped us out a lot with that. Yeah, we didn't want to give our kids an allowance because we wanted them to have responsibility towards the family. We didn't feel like we should pay them just for living in our house. We didn't want them to feel entitled to anything. We wanted them to feel like they were earning their way. We didn't want them to feel like they were, teenagers. We want our kids to feel responsible for themselves and not like they deserve something from us. We've had this discussion in front of them many times, but we want them to be responsible for each other as much as we are responsible for them. They definitely have chores. Maybe that's something I'll talk about in another video. We call it stewardships, but yeah, so that's what it is. 10%, 20%, 30%, and 40%, which obviously equals 100, and it's really good for developing some math skills and learning how to save and spend your money. So hopefully that helps somebody out there, and if you have any questions, just leave your questions in the comment box and hopefully I can help you out. Thanks, bye.